Hello, I'm Martin Looker from Silicon Labs. In this video, I'll be showing you how to use the Energy Profiler tool in Simplicity Studio. I'll be using the Blinky example application that I used in previous videos with the Energy Profiler. Once you have your application working, or even as you are developing it, you may need to understand the energy usage of your software and hardware, especially if you're creating a battery-powered device. Simplicity Studio's Energy Profiler allows the measurement and monitoring of the power being consumed by your board and application. Before I start the profiler, I want to make a couple of changes to my project that allow the Energy Profiler to correlate energy usage with my application code. To do this, I need to return to the .slcp file and the Software Components tab. In here, I'll search for SWO, and I need to enable the Interrupt Event Trace and Program Sample Counter options. I can now launch the profiler by right-clicking the project and selecting Profile as Simplicity Energy Profiler Target. This will compile and flash the application, then open the Energy Profiler perspective. You can run the Energy Profiler without these settings, but you will not be able to correlate energy usage to code. When the perspective opens, monitoring will start automatically. You can use the Quick Access drop-down to stop and restart if required. The measured current will be shown in the graph. You can alter the scales using the controls on the top left and bottom right, and the controls in the lower left switch between logarithmic and linear scales. To aid discovery of why power spikes are seen, you can turn on indications for radio transmit and receive, and you'll see marks below the graph where this is happening. The Blinky application is currently advertising, resulting in the TX and RX spikes seen on screen. Forming a Bluetooth connection from the mobile application, we can see some activity as it joins, and then the TX and RX spikes are lower while the connection is maintained. There is also a mini logic analyzer. The first 4 channels are measured from the logic connector on the ProKit. You can attach to these from pins on the device being tested or an external device using jumper leads. The next 4 channels are linked to the buttons and LEDs on the ProKit. If I turn the LED on and off via the mobile app, we can see the logic level for channel 4 change and the corresponding change in consumed current in the graph. At the top, you can pause the scrolling to examine data, and data continues to be collected whilst paused. You can also toggle the saving of data on and off. Again, the display will continue, but the data will not be retained if you save to a file whilst the recording is turned off. You can also set a trigger here to automatically pause the graph when an event happens, which is useful if you want to spot a specific event. Here, I will set it to pause when logic channel 4 for the LED falls. The yellow colour on the icon indicates a trigger is set but not armed. Clicking on it will arm it and change the colour to red. Now I can turn on the light, which has no effect, but when I turn the LED off, the trigger will fire and freeze the display, turning the icon green. It can be armed by clicking again, and right-clicking opens a menu from which you can clear or alter the trigger. Triggers can also be used in a similar way to start and stop recording. These triggers are useful to capture unusual events without having to search through a long recording. You can also search for conditions in the data, including within saved files. In the top section, you can view the cumulative time, average current and power, along with the milliwatts per hour. If you want to focus in on a particular section, you can select it on the graph and get values for just that segment. The code correlation feature can help you find which functions are consuming the most power, and you can jump directly from the collected data to the source code. The multi-node feature allows more than one device to be monitored, connected via USB or Ethernet. This can be useful to see the effects of communication between devices on the energy use. You can find links to the Energy Profiler documentation in the video description. along with links to other videos in the Simplicity Studio and Tools series. Thanks for watching.